Hello there, friends. Welcome to another Declutter, specifically Declutter Cheek Products Part 2. I was not ready for the response from Declutter Cheek Part 1. I was like, only a few people will email me. Not so, Alicia. And thank you so much for helping out with the shipping costs. I apologize for not mentioning that in the first video. Yes, if you want anything to be sent to you, covering the shipping will definitely be a huge help. I know I could donate all this stuff, but I also love to share with you guys. And I don't have a lot of friends in real life that would appreciate this makeup. I have like a very, maybe 2 or 3, but I feel like all of you are my buddies too, and if I were to meet you in real life and know you in real life, then I would just give it to you anyways. Again, we're going to, well, not finish up because I feel there are a lot of cheek products still around and other crevices in my makeup collection drawer, so we might bump into those in another declutter video, but we're gonna tackle the majority of it now today. Second half, cheek products, take 2. To stretch. Hello everyone, let's get into cheek products number 2. Oh my goodness, what do we have here? Okay, the Milani Day Glow number 2 strobe light highlighter. I actually really like this formula. It's very creamy and I thought pretty thick in color. So that's what we're looking at. I find it to be a beautiful highlight. But again, I don't use it very often, so if you want that, let me know. The Juvia's Place, the Nubian by Juvia's loose highlighter in Nefertiti. This was highly anticipated because Juvia's Place always brings it with their eyeshadow palette. So when it was said that they were going to release loose highlighters, so that's what we're looking at. It's a beautiful gold shade, but I don't use loose highlighters really very often because again, I feel like it's just an extra thing to do in my makeup routine. So I'm gonna put that to donate. Let me know. Oh, look at all my melts. I have to keep these. I just got these. These are in the blush lights and the regular blushes that I actually awarded Best Blush of 2018. So I don't have, let me see, I think I have like some of them here, but what these are meant to be used for is that they offer up either a highlight or like a blush highlight. This is in the shade Ghost Light and it has like a green like duochrome type of effect. It's very light and I don't know, I felt like definitely like the blushes better than I do the blush lights, some of them at least. So I'm gonna keep these and use them a little more, and especially since I got rid of so much stuff, I feel like I have room now to play with. What do we have here? We have the Fenty Beauty. What do we got on Fenty Beauty? Oh, the Mimosa. I have to keep this. I just love this. I mean, there's nothing better than this split pan highlighter duo. They came out with other shades last summer, but I held back and just got this combo because I felt like I would get more out of it, so keeping that. Another Wet n Wild highlighter powder. This is perhaps one of my most favorite pressed highlighter formulas from Wet n Wild. This is in the shade Golden Flower Crown. It is absolutely gorgeous. You just can't go wrong with the price. It's just a beautiful shine highlight. It's around $4 or $5, but I'm definitely going to go, that's definitely going to go in the donation pile. And here is Sun Glow number 3. If you want to see how this looks like next to number 2, this is number 2 and this is number 3. And interestingly enough, I thought number 3 was like a better shade match for me, or is it number 2 that I thought was a better shade match for me? So this definitely has a little more like peachy goldenness to it. So if you want number 3, let me know. Those are both going in the donation pile. Makeup Geek, where have they been? It's been a while. They released like a trio of highlighters designed for a specific skin tone. Like I think this was in like the tan skin tone spectrum. We're looking at Rekindle. And Rekindle I feel like will be a nice blush light, if you will, something fun to put on the cheeks. So if you're into that, let me know. Hoola, Benefit, Mini, not much to say about this. I barely used it because this is the only shade at the time with Hoola Light, but ever since they came out with Caramel and Toasted, Don't need it. Jouer. I actually showed Jouer one shade in my last cheek haul. This is now, we got several. We got Skinny Dip, we have Topaz, and Tan Lines. Skinny Dip is just insanely beautiful. It's like a peachy gold type of deal. Look how beautiful that is. I think this is, yeah, it has definitely a lot more peach than Citrine was the other shade that I have. Tan Lines, we're looking at more of like a bronze type of hue. So there you go. That will look spectacular on a deeper skin tone. And lastly, Topaz. Ooh, Topaz is gorgeous as well. These powders are just so incredibly soft. Look at that shine. This is more of a pinky highlight, so if you're in the medium skin tone spectrum or even a little tan, I think, hello, you're gonna focus on me? I think this will look beautiful on you. So that's going in the donation pile. Oh, the Makeup Forever Pro Fusion Light Highlighter. These are spectacular. This is in 01. This was like the pinky pink shade. Pinky pink. Great words. I love this color. This is so gorgeous, and I feel anyone with light to medium skin tones, even tan, because my girl Alicia, she was an independent makeup artist and she used to mix this with 02, the gold Makeup Forever highlight. So, you know, I always keep this around because you can never go wrong with that formula. So it's like a must keep for me. The NARS, this is the Sun Wash Skin Diffusing Something Something Bronzer in Casino. I don't think these did very well because this was a very hard product to pick up, and definitely lighter than the original Casino shade, a little bit so. I still keep it around because it stays in my roundhouse of bronzers, and Casino is such a classic shade, you know, you can never go wrong with it. Oh, my Anastasia bronzers. I won't swatch these because I swatched these a bunch in my bronzer try-on video if you want to check that out. That was Cappuccino, we're looking at Saddle, and we're looking at Rich Amber. I'm only keeping these because I feel like they still got a lot to give me, and they're a beautiful formula, I have to say. You can never go wrong with ABH powders. I think they're fantastic. The Balm Take Home the Bronze Anti-Aging Bronzers. These are in the old names, Grammy and Tony, but just so you can see, I love Tony. Look how warm that is, and the powders are really soft, and I was not expecting this type of texture. Like, it's almost so soft that it's crumbly, which I don't mind because I feel that just offers up a really nice blending experience on the skin. NARS, this is, I'm keeping. This is limited edition Man Ray collab. Look at the lips. This is in Double Take. Dude, the shine on this is insane. I'm running out of room. Hold on, let me put it here. I love this color. It is so gorgeous on the cheekbones, and I have to keep it because of the compact and the embossed lips on the pan. Absolutely. I gotta make sure I separate everything. The Ibiza NARS highlighting powder. This is the shade I think reminded me, I forgot what shade it was in my first video, because it reminded me of how creamy it was, and it's definitely deeper than Fort de France, which is the other shade that I have, but I'm definitely keeping this highlighter because this is a gorgeous formula. It applies beautifully soft on the skin, and it just looks like, the best. This is a little blush that I picked up from Anthropologie. It was a random buy. I saw the makeup laid out and I was like, oh my god, it's so pretty, I have to buy it. In the shade Geisha, a nice warm pink. If you guys are into these types of colored blushes, I'm gonna have to do this arm because I don't have any room in that arm. So this is definitely leaning towards, maybe it looks cool on me, but I feel maybe neutral warm on someone else. It definitely looks cool on camera, but in person I feel like it's more of a warm pink, so I'm gonna put that in the donation pile. Oh, these are the new Dior highlighters. I'm sorry friends, I'm gonna have to keep these because I gave away my 3 from the last video. We're looking at shades is this 02? No, this is 03. This is the gold, and I think they reformulated it to be a lot smoother. So pretty. Look at that shine. definitely keeping that. I'm sorry, don't be mad at me. And then I wanted to be adventurous and get, oh, what is this color? It's the six, the blue. You can never go wrong with like a holographic blue. This is like a less intense version of the Ofra Nicki collab Space Baby shade. I find like this you will go with if you don't want it to look that blue on your cheekbone. Like that's definitely a safer way to go. More Fenty Beauty. I actually had more, but I donated a lot to my friend's friend Ernie, and man oh man did I give him like all the Fenty things. This is their Kilowatt Freestyle highlighter in Metal Moon. Initially when I tried this, I was like, this is not doing much of anything, but it actually has a really nice glow to it. If you buff it into the skin, it gives off like that white gold sheen on the cheekbones. I'm gonna give this away. If you want it, let me know, because I rarely use it and it's a gorgeous color, but I have so many highlighters already that I feel offer up that same effect. Kilowatt Freestyle in Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. This is a great duo, but I find myself not using it very often because I feel like these colors are really rich, and I'm typically not a fan of putting them on my cheeks. You could put them on your eyes, but I feel this is so much product just to use for an eye look, so I'm gonna definitely put that in the donation pile. Maybelline, what is this doing here? I saw this in Melissa Alatorre's video, how she used this shade. We're looking at Nude Glow as a highlighter, and I was like intrigued, and when I swatched it, I was like, oh, she was right. That's pretty. Definitely gonna give that away because, I mean, barely used it. Another eyeshadow single from Maybelline. We're looking at the shade The Glow Down. This I feel was the one Melissa used as a highlighter, because this is like the gold. I'm running out of room here. But look how beautiful that is. I mean, this is Drugstore, and I feel a lot more inexpensive than several of the items presented in this video. But if you wanted the Maybelline single, you could get it. It's Glow Down, but I'm more than happy to give it away. Totally up to you. The Charlotte Gainsbourg. My apologies if I'm mispronouncing that. I don't mean to be rude. This is another collaboration, I think, with the designer, and we're looking at Old Church Street. This is an eyeshadow duo that I thought I would use more of, but just didn't find myself doing so. So I'm gonna put that in the donation pile. I know that was eyeshadow. This is a cheek video, but this is what I'm saying. This is what happens if you got random items in the wrong category. Exhibit A. Can never go wrong with Exhibit A. This is the shade that looks gorgeous on deeper skin tones because it emulates that natural flush tone for them, because it's so rich in red. This is definitely what's required for blush to look like blush on that deep of skin tone. So if you want this, let me know. This is a Colourpop No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder. I got it in dark because I wanted to use this as like a contour shade, but I don't use it very often, so if you feel that you could use this as an all-over pressed powder, then let me know. Oh my god. Let me... Oh, swatch break. What's next? I don't know what possessed me to get this. This is the NYC Cheek Glow powder blush. We're looking at 702 Park Slope Pink. If you want it, let me know. I barely use this, so that's definitely going in the donation pile. Up next, we have the Burt's Bees blush. These were really light, and I feel for someone who doesn't like blush but just needs a little touch of color on the cheeks, they might be perfect for. I think I tried these on like at Maddie's house at one point. This is actually a really nice color. This is in the shade where is it? Bare Peach. So if you're into that, let me know. I'll be more than happy to send it. Very sheer, so just be prepared. You're not going to get like that punch of color from another blush, let's say like the Make Geisha blush. And it's so funny that it's called Geisha. I'm not sure if this is offensive like Geisha Chic was in the Fenty highlighter, but this wasn't on CNN, so ooh. The Milani Baked Blush. I believe I saw this the first time on Nikki Tutorials, and she raved about it. Anything baked is just going to give you that more of a skin-like finish, just be more foolproof in application. We're looking at the shade Luminoso, and it's just a beautiful sheer pink blush color that just looks beautiful on the skin. So let me know if you want to grab that. Cavante, let's do it in here. The eyeshadow and blush in Lolita. There was a lot of controversy surrounding the whole Lolita line because Lolita can mean several things for several people. So I'm just gonna put that in donation pile. You'll let me know if you want it, okay? Elf, another, oh, this is called Blue Lagoon. I think we're looking at another split pan highlighter duo situation. These are supposed to be, I feel, holographic in nature. It's really hard to see, but it has like a lavender shift to it. So I'm gonna put that in the give it away pile. Bella Bière. I think this was in an Ipsy bag. This is a mineral blush in Desert Rose. Loose powder blushes are always great for those who definitely want their blush to look more skin-like in finish. Anytime you deal with a loose powder versus a pressed, the loose powder is just gonna blend better into your skin. This is a really nice shade. It's a little light for me, so if you think you could enjoy that shade, let me know down below. We got more butter bronzers. These are the rest of the butter bronzers because the one that I showed in my previous video was Pearl. This is now in Champagne. So it's a really nice creamy texture, but I'm not fond of the smell. And I feel when you blend them out, they shear out quite a bit, and I feel don't have that same impact on the initial swatch. That was Champagne, and now we have Rose Gold. I mean, the pan is outrageously beautiful. It pulls you in. I mean, it's really attractive looking. That's so attractive. That's Rose Gold, definitely more pinky in tone than Champagne. But again, I'm not a fan of the smell, but if you love it. This is my only other Gucci product from the blush I showed you in the last video. We're looking at the Golden Glow bronzer in 30 Indian Sand. I love this color. It has a little bit, just a touch of sparkle in it. I just lost my towel. Hold on. It's a really soft bronzer. I definitely have to apply this with my Sonia brushes again because this was like in my heavy rotation at one point, but with the influx of new bronzers, I forgot about her. I'm so sorry. Definitely will be using Indian Sand again. Givenchy, who it be? The Prism Blush Highlighter Blush Duo. Totally forgot I had this. Bought this in the Saks in the Brooksfield place. I was just in the mode of, oh my god, you have to buy it. But it's a really nice color, I think. If you mix them together, you could get a really nice flush of pink. I'm gonna put that in the giveaway pile. As you know what to do if you want some Givenchy. This was in an Ipsy bag, the Madagascar Beauty Paradise Blush. It's like a, a satin finish type of blush. Nothing really exciting, but I steer away from satin types of blushes. It depends on the texture. I'm not a huge fan of that on my cheekbones because I don't want to look textured. Oh, this is the Hydrasia Pink Burberry Light Glow Natural Blush. Get ready for the shade. Are you kidding me? I'm definitely keeping this. I mean, I'm so sad I didn't even unpack the brush, but this color is just so outrageously beautiful. This, I feel, is like one of the only, except for the highlighter in the last video, Burberry items that I own, so that's saying. Wet n Wild Rainbow Highlighter. Remember this whole rainbow craze? Yeah, giving that away. Tarte. Oh, what is Tarte doing in here? Well, I actually bought quite a bit of Tarte before the whole thing exploded. So this is Spellbound Glow, the rainbow highlighter. When they released this rainbow collection, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have it. Now I'm like, if I ever see something like that, I'm just like over it. Of course, it's gonna be a compact that's hard to open without using my nails. Oh, thank goodness. It's one of those things that when you pull, look at that pan go. When you swatch them all together, they end up looking like the same highlight, but let's give it away. Another Tarte product. What's happening? Feisty. The Amazonian clay blushes, I think, are actually quite nice. They last a long time, and I really love the color selection. This, again, is in the shade Feisty. It's like a really nice warm toned pink. Like, you can't go wrong with this shade. And I like the size of it because I thought it was small and really packable and easy to travel with. But Again, I have plenty of blushes that I can use. This is a really random product. We're looking at Diego Dalla Palma. It's like one of those sponge punch blushes in the shade Bon Bon, or no, 69. Oh my god. Oh my god, I spilled it. This is what we're dealing with. We have an emergency. I was supposed to do that. So this is what we're looking at. This is a really nice blush. I don't know why I didn't use more of it. And again, I'm gonna keep this just to play with it a little more, because I actually think this is a really nice shade. It still doesn't smell, so I feel like it's good, but I just wasted so much product. The Becca Light Chaser Highlighter for Face and Eye. These didn't do very well. Remember these? These were like supposed to be duochrome, whatevers, but I recall these going on sale like so fast. This was like a pink shift from a gold type of thing, but we're gonna give that away because we don't use it very often. Snapdragon Luminous Blush from Becca. This is actually a really nice color. It's rich in tone. It has that color. It has that coral sheen to it. I think it's running out of pigment because it's quite old, but if you want it. The Balm Frat Boy Blush. I actually really liked these compacts. I think they're so easy to deal with. So this is the shade that we're looking at. I think it's just called Frat Boy. This is like a really light type of pink, so maybe if you're on the medium part of the skin spectrum, this will show up on you really nicely. Maybelline Fit Me. The Fit Me line was intriguing to me. Deep Coral 306. Not too bad. You know, standard drugstore blush quality. Was that even the right finger? No. It was really light in tone, but more than happy to give it away. Oh, the NARS and Sarah Moon collab. What shadow do we have? Oh, this is in Isadora. I was convinced to buy this at the NARS store because I didn't think this lavender tone will look nice on my skin, but it actually really does. It just surprisingly provides that nice mauvey finish to the cheeks, and I feel ideal for fall or winter. So sorry, I'm keeping that. Oh my god, look at this mess. So much blush. Here is the Makeup Forever Pro Light Highlighter in number 2. This gold shade is staple. You cannot go wrong. I highly recommend that you try these out because look at that shine. Beautifully skin-like upon application. So easy to use. Gelée type of formula that I feel will still pick up product, especially if you use a natural hair brush. Oh my goodness, my Elsie Cosmetics bronzer. I love this bronzer. I can't believe that I forgot about her. I feel terrible. This is in the shade Tan, and let me tell you how beautiful this bronzer is. First of all, the powder is just incredibly soft and skin-like, but the tone of the bronzer is just gorgeous. I love the warmth this provided. I have to play with this again. I know it's really old. I mean, you can't even see the Elsie logo on here. It totally wore off, but I have to play with that again. I highly recommend the Elsie Cosmetic bronzers if you have not tried them. Oh, we got casualties. Thank goodness we got makeup wipes on hands. Oh, I know what this is. The contour palette. I say palette because it has more than one pan in here. This is in the shade Melina. It has like a highlight shade and a really big contour pan. Really deep. So if you want that, let me know. We got the Balm blush. This is in Gabana Boy. Ooh, that looks really plum. Super plum. Well, that's pretty though. That's a really nice shade. I love it, but I'm gonna let you go. The Ciate Date Night. What is this? It's like a glow type of blush. I rarely use this. I was ashamed to have purchased this. I mean, the pan is really nice, and you see that it has like that sheen. I feel that you could get like a radiant blush finish on the cheeks, but rarely use it. Gonna put it in the give it away pile. Oh, my Mariah Carey collab blush. I definitely have to keep this. I love this shade. I barely use it, but I just love the compact. It has Mariah on the lid, so keeping. Another Anastasia blush trio. This is in Cocktail Party. So if you want it, you could use this as a contour, then as your main blush shade, and then maybe to kind of, I don't know, blend out this shade. I really use it. I think this was one of my more favorite blush trios, and I felt like the one that made most sense to me. But if you want it, cocktail party. Oh, I know what this is. I'm keeping this, but I'm gonna show you anyway. The Plissé Lumière de Chanel Illuminating Powder. I mean, completely and utterly gorgeous. Can't go wrong with a Chanel highlighter. The shine on that and the texture is sublime, so definitely have to keep that. But I'm happy that I'm giving stuff away, so now I remember that she's there waiting for me. Anastasia ABH in Berry Adore, another trio that I liked a lot, and I felt this was the one that I contoured with blush. Remember that trend where you used blush to contour your face, so you wouldn't use a typical brown shade or what have you for contour, but you'll use more like a blush shade, and I thought that was really fun to play with in terms of technique. But giving it away because don't need it. This was a whim buy. This was, at first when I got this was not in Sephora, but now I feel like they're in Sephora. Clean Beauty Makeup, a baked blush in the shade Peach. Really light in texture, super light in texture. If you're into blush but you're afraid to use it, this is going to give you a really nice light flush of color. So let me know if you're into that. Charlotte, what are you doing here? Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop Blusher in Ecstasy. You know, I actually like the Charlotte Tilbury blushes, and this was the shade that I purchased, so I'm going to keep this because I want to experiment again with my Sonia G brushes. The Urban Decay and Kristen Leanne highlighter bar collab. I thought this was actually a really nice product. The shades, they were really soft, easy to use. I'm gonna do it right here, and the shine is amazing, so I'm definitely gonna keep this, and I have to use it more often because it's so gorgeous. Well, I have to clean that up, so I'm gonna put you, oh my god, oh my goodness, we got one more. Oh, we got one more. You still with me, friends? I believe in you. All right, we're not going to go over all of this stuff in here because some of it is eyeshadow, but I mainly just want to go over the complexion products. The Juvia's Place Serafina Afrique Blush by Juvia's. This is a gorgeous coral shade. I mean, it has such a beautiful sheen to it, so it's not completely matte, but not super shiny either, and I feel optimal to create like that flush of radiance on the cheek. So I'm gonna keep this because this is still fairly new and I have to use it. Hourglass Iridescent Flash. The whole thing behind Hourglass is they marbleize their finishing powders with pigments that create that radiance and flush at the same time. We're looking at like a plum-like type of finish. You can't go wrong with Hourglass blush. I mean, their finishes are phenomenally beautifully skin-like, and I feel really forgivable if you're not comfortable applying blush and you feel that it just looks textured and too obvious. Hourglass, because of the marbleized design, kind of lessens the impact of the blush, but it still delivers color at the same time. So you're gonna get best of both worlds. You know what? I'm gonna give this away. I'm gonna give it away because I have my Vivid Flush, which I love. Oh, remember this is from the Mariah Carey MAC collab. Look at her, look at Mimi. She's staying. That's all I have to say. This was the like Native American MAC collection in Delphic, the Studio Sculpting Bronzer. I felt like this was a re-promote, but I'm not too sure. Like, it's a really light bronzer. This is like that gelée type of formula. I'm just keeping this because of the packaging, because I really like it. The Try by Juvia's Volume 2 highlighter. So this was supposed to be for tan, and I was like scared when I first swatched it because I was like, oh my gosh, that's so deep. But it's actually perfect for me, so I highly recommend these. I have to use it more often, so I'm going to keep that and play with it a little more. Oh, this was the highlighter from the Native American collection. Look how beautiful that is. I think it's so gorgeous. I don't know if there was a scandal with this because of cultural appropriation and all that stuff, but I mean, if I'm just talking a pure packaging design, definitely gonna keep. The Balm Betty Luminizer. This is in the bronze shade. It comes in 3. Well, now I think 4 because there was like another lady added to the mix. So this is more like the bronze shade. The pan's moving. So I'm gonna give that away. Let me know. And here are other sisters. Cindy Lou. Cindy Lou is like the more pinky highlighter, and Mary Lou was everyone's favorite because she was like champagne, so you couldn't go wrong with that shade. But you know, gotta get rid of you. Can't keep you forever. This is an eyeshadow palette, but again, just for the packaging and for the collectors feel of it all. More Milani. This we have the 01 Sunlight Face and Eye Strobe Palette. I guess eye because you could put this, you know, of course, there. I nicked the pan. Let me smooth it out. This is really nice. I mean, the pan is just divine, but the color's also really beautiful. I actually kept the blush palettes from my random bag video because I used my Sonia Face Pro and I was like, oh yeah, keeping these are gorgeous, but I'm not even gonna fight with them. I'm gonna give these away because it's only so much blush palette things that I could keep, you know what I mean? This is in the shade number 2, Candlelight, and I think it's a little lighter than the last one we swatched. So that's kind of like the colors we're looking at. If you want to see what just the middle bar looks like, really beautiful. And here it's just the lighter version. So I'm gonna put that in the giveaway pile. Here is, I think, what I thought the last one was in part 1. This was the Face Glow in Natural. This I thought was supposed to be like more of a radiant finish because this is not as intense as the other one, but I thought offered up a really nice soft glow if you wanted to buff out the rest of your makeup. So I'm gonna keep that just to experiment with that technique. More Maybelline Fit Me Blush. What do we color here? If you want coral, up for grabs. Bare Minerals Gen Nude. I actually really like this blush. I thought all the blush shades were quite beautiful. It gave off that natural flush of color. Hello, can you open? It was really easy to use. We're looking at Call My Blush. Really soft. Running out of arm space. I gotta do it on the other arm. I really like this shade, but again, I don't use it very often, and it's not because I don't like it. It's just I feel I've collected quite a number of blushes that I currently really love, so giving it away. Morphe. The High Impact Powder Highlighter in Extra. This is actually not too bad. It is really beautiful. It's really soft and easy to wear. Colourpop Super Shock Highlighters. I don't know how effective these will be because it's the moussey texture. I definitely feel it has a shorter shelf life than powder products. They don't smell and they haven't dried out, and just look how beautiful that is. I definitely feel that the Super Shock highlighter formula is better than the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. They both have that same moussey texture. I just feel like the ones from Colourpop have more impact and are actually cheaper, so, and don't have that smell. Look how many Wet n Wild things that I have. Oh my goodness. Blossom Glow. We got the baked blush in the Color Icon. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to keep these because these are limited edition. I know it's just drugstore, but I just love the compact. I will give these away. So we're looking at Blossom Glow, Golden Flower Crown, keeping Hummingbird Hype, keeping Don't Flutter Yourself, giving away Botanic Dream, and also Precious Petals. So if you want any of these shades, they're going in the giveaway pile. Bahama Mama, before the anti-orange bronzers. I feel like this was the Balm's version of Hoola. Like that one color bronzer that was designed to fit all skin tones. Giving that away. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to keep this. This was the Nutcracker theme from the MAC Holiday Collection. Whisper of Guilt was re-promoted and I feel got released as like a single pan. And then we have Pleasure Model. I just loved this shade of a blush. I felt it was unlike anything I had in my collection. I love warm coppery tones for blush, and Whisper of Guilt speaks for itself. I mean, this has been a long time standing favorite as one of MAC's top highlighter shades, so keeping that. Oh my goodness, the Christopher Kane NARS collaboration. Look at that pink, hot pink blush. I'm gonna have to keep that because we need it. Oh, Dolce Gabana, we have it, the blush in apricot. This is a really nice shade. I mean, you can't go wrong with these soft tones. They're just so beautiful on the skin. So I definitely have to keep this because it's freaking Dolce Gabbana and I gotta use it again. The Nikki Tutorials and Ofra Everglow collab. I mean, no longer packaged like this, and I believe these shades are sold as singles, but if you want this, it's in the to-go pile. More Dolce Gabbana, but look, it's an eyeshadow palette. Wait, the cover. I'm gonna keep this because I don't have a lot of Dolce Gabbana. It's not like it's taking up a huge amount of space in my collection, and I should dip back into that. The Jennifer Lopez and Inglot collab, loose highlighter. This is in Live in the Highlight, Illuminator, Face, Eyes, and Body. I got a lot of highlights still in here, friends. Again, I insisted on buying this despite the fact that I don't use loose highlights very often, but this is a really beautiful shade. Like when you blend it out, it just has a beautiful sheen to it, and I feel optimal for, especially this one, for deeper skin tones. The lid is broken, so I understand if you don't want it, but I'm gonna put in to giveaway pile. Bonnie Lou, this was the newest addition to the Luminizer collection. This was more like a rose gold type of finish. I think it's so beautiful. I'm definitely going to keep Bonnie because I feel like I loved Bonnie the most. The Cover FX custom enhancer drops. I bought this in a set that was sold during the holiday. I don't think I touched these once. I did not. So I'm going to give those away because as beautiful as they are, and I definitely rather have the smaller version because I felt like it just made more sense in terms of the frequency of use, which was very low. If I ever dipped in, it will be that size, but I didn't even touch that, so there. All that I have here left in this drawer are eyeshadow palettes, so we're gonna save that for another time. All right, friends, that is it for Cheeks Part 2. Although I am labeling this Part 2, you'll probably see random cheek videos in my small eyeshadow palette video because I actually have quite a few in the small eyeshadow palette drawer, so don't be surprised. Like I said in the beginning, I try to be fair and distribute by when I get the email first, and I try to share as much as I can. And I'll make sure to put everything off to the side to get ready to send it off. And again, if you can help me with the shipping cost, it'll be much appreciated. And that, my friends, is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another chit chat, tutorial, demo, or declutter. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.